I'm just so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I want to be treated and respected as a human being.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be watching a young lady who identifies as non-binary have a meltdown on TikTok because the manager at her job doesn't use the correct pronouns when addressing her. I know, tragic. We're about to get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now let's roll it.
Okay, this is gonna be like a little vent, little heart-to-heart thing, really that I don't expect anybody to watch. But, so yeah, I am trans, I am non-binary, I use they, them pronouns, and I just started a new job, which is always kind of that mix of like anticipation, but also nervousness, but then because I'm non-binary, there's also this extra level of nerves of, am I gonna be treated like a human being because, you know, I don't identify as the gender that I was born as. And today, you know, things went good. My manager, my bosses have been totally chill with my dead name and everything like that. But pronouns. Pronouns are not that hard. I usually wear a big flashy pronoun pin that says they, them, or multiple pronoun pins that say they, them on my shirt, where they are visible on my chest.
All right, I got to pause her really fast. I disagree. Pronouns are actually very hard. Now listen to this. Last job I had working in a kitchen, I was a dishwasher, and there was a young woman who had actually went through with part of her transition into becoming a young lad, so to speak. And, you know, I could tell, even though she wanted to be a boy and, you know, she had went through some of the surgeries to make herself look like a boy, I could tell that it was a girl. And I promise you, on everything I love, I called her to her face a girl, she. I use she and girl, feminine pronouns every time I addressed her. I didn't do that on purpose to be a jerk. I promise you. I was not doing that to get under her skin, but just innately in my head, because I'm so used to calling women, you know what I mean? Even though she kind of looked like a boy, I still use she, her pronouns. It's not easy to deprogram your brain from what you're normally used to saying. We've gone our whole lives calling women she, girls she, and calling boys he. Maybe it's easy for people like this to get other people's pronouns right because they actually study and are, you know, indoctrinated into this whole gender, non-binary, trans stuff. But for normal people, for people who aren't really into this, for people whose life doesn't revolve around this, no, I will say it is definitely not easy to call someone the right gender all the time, especially if you still look like, you know, whatever gender you're claiming you aren't. But let's continue.
You have eyes. You manage people. You are in charge of other people. I know you can read. You had to have some kind of fucking education to be in this position. Read. Use your eyeballs. And if you're not sure, hey, are those your pronouns? Or why are you wearing those pins? You can ask. It's not offensive to ask if you're genuinely curious. I'm just so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I want to be treated and respected as a human being. And the job that I left prior to this actually did treat me like a human being, and I really didn't have issues being seen as a queer, non-binary person, and I was treated with respect, and I ended up quitting because I was being harassed by a very specific individual, and it basically made me want to unalive, if you know what I mean. And so I'm like, I leave one environment that was okay with my identity and didn't have an issue with that, but would treat me like shit. And then I go to a new job that seems to treat me pretty well. Obviously, I haven't really fleshed it out yet, but then can't open their eyes and figure out pronouns. They know I'm trans. No one has asked what my pronouns are once. What the fuck?
All right, guys, and that's it for the video. I noticed most of these people seem to be very narcissistic and very fragile. They want everyone to get and guess everything right about them. And when you don't, they make a big deal out of it. They don't stop and think for a second, everybody else that the manager has to manage, you're a new person here. Like, I understand you should make a new person feel welcome, but I'm sure that most people that walk through that door to be employed, the manager doesn't have to tiptoe around what pronouns that person wants them to use. Most people don't live like that. Let's play an imagination game and try to imagine what the future looks like at, I don't know, maybe Starbucks or some, coffee shop restaurant where every single employee is non-binary or trans, and they all have a special pronoun that they have to be called, or else, they'll get upset. I would hate to be the manager at that place. You say one wrong thing and you might get reported by everybody in the store. Hopefully, as this young lady or as this young trans grows up, they'll realize that the world sadly does not revolve completely around them. I don't think she'll last at this job for too long, and she'll probably be somewhere else, and we may see her in another video complaining about her next work environment. But that's it for the video, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe when you're at the door. Till next time, I'm out of here. Peace.